Hey there, and welcome. Today we're going to unpack a really big idea, social innovation. Now I know, it might sound like just another buzzword, but trust me, it's actually a powerful way to think about solving some of the world's toughest problems, everything from poverty to climate change. So let's get right into it. So what are we really talking about when we say social innovation? Is it just about having good intentions, wanting to do good in the world? Or is it something much, much deeper? A way to create real, lasting, systemic change? That's the big question we're going to tackle.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. Social innovation isn't just about feeling good. It's a strategic process. Think of it like a catalyst in a chemical reaction. It's designed to spark profound, long-term change right from the very foundations.
Okay, so let's start right there. In this first part, we're going to dig into why social innovation is fundamentally different from what most of us think of as traditional charity.
This comparison really gets to the heart of it. See, philanthropy is absolutely crucial. It's like giving water to a wilting plant. It provides immediate, essential relief. But social innovation, that's about changing the soil itself. It goes way deeper to fix the root causes, trying to rewire the whole system so the plant can thrive on its own.
All right, so if that's what it's not, what exactly is the blueprint for social innovation? In this next section, we're going to break down its core definition and what makes it tick. This definition from Stanford gives us a really solid anchor. The two phrases to really focus on here are effective solutions and systemic issues. This tells you right away we're not talking about a quick Band-Aid. We're talking about a whole process for taking on these deep, tangled problems.
Okay, that definition tells us what it is, but what about the how? What's the secret sauce? What are those key ingredients that let an idea grow and actually have a global impact? Well, it turns out that the most successful social innovations all share these three key traits. First, they're adaptable. They can change and evolve as the world changes. Second, they're scalable, which means they can grow and work in different places, not just one small community. And maybe most important of all, they're all about empowerment. They give people the tools and the confidence to drive their own change.
Now, ideas don't just happen in a vacuum, right? People are the engine that drives all of this forward. And in the world of social innovation, there are two key roles that we really need to understand: the innovator and the entrepreneur.
I love this metaphor because it's so simple and so powerful. The social innovator is the architect. They're the one who comes up with the disruptive, creative, new blueprint. And the social entrepreneur, they're the builder. They take that blueprint and construct a real, sustainable organization that brings the whole thing to life.
And this chart breaks that down even more. The innovator is all about creativity, about shaking things up. The entrepreneur, on the other hand, is focused on building something that can last, something that's financially sustainable. You absolutely need both. They're like two sides of the same coin, coming at the problem with different but equally vital toolkits.
So, how does an idea actually become reality? It's really important to get that this isn't just a random lightning strike of genius. There's a method to the madness, a journey that turns a great idea into real, tangible impact.
And this classic six-stage model pretty much lays out the whole path. It all starts with diagnosis. Like a doctor, you have to find the real root cause, not just the symptom. Then you get creative. You brainstorm ideas and you test them out with small-scale prototypes. And finally, you make it real and you make it last. You sustain it, you scale it up, and then that's when you get to that final incredible goal: true systemic change.
Okay, theory is great, but let's make this real. For this last section, let's look at a couple of amazing real-world examples of how all these ideas came together to literally change the game.
First up, let's head to Chile and talk about a company called Algramo. What they've done is a fantastic example of the circular economy in action. They use this amazing system of smart, reusable packaging and vending machines to sell everyday essentials.
And here's why Algramo is such a perfect example of social innovation. Their model hits what's called a triple bottom line. It's an economic win because it saves families money, it's a social win because it makes goods more accessible, and it's a huge environmental win because it slashes packaging waste. It is a true win-win-win. Next, let's talk about an absolute icon in this space, Grameen Bank, founded by the Nobel Prize winner Mohammed Yunus. This organization completely changed how we think about banking and poverty.
The impact here was, and I'm not exaggerating, revolutionary. By inventing the idea of microcredit, giving tiny loans to people with no collateral, Grameen Bank didn't just hand out money. No,
It gave people a tool to start businesses, to build a future, and to break the cycle of poverty on their own terms. It literally reshaped global finance.
So you have Algramo in Chile and Grameen Bank, which is now global. Two totally different ideas, right? But what's the common thread? It all comes back to empowerment. Whether it's through cheaper groceries or a small loan, the end goal is the same, giving people the power and the tools to lead their own transformation.
And that brings us to my final question, and this one's for you. Take a look around your community, your country, the world. What's a big, stubborn, systemic problem you see that's just waiting for a new idea to come along and change everything?